Hello crypto enthusiasts, and welcome to another brand new video. And it's been a while since I posted. I'm also brand again with another brand new thing that every single one of us needs to understand. And now on the 18th, I'm gonna pull up my Twitter post here. On the 18th of November, Paribus posted a blog or a tweet actually, and outlining a lot of things, and that tweet actually comes with a blog post which I'm gonna run through all the blog posts that was posted and every single thing that was said on the post. Now without further ado, let's actually look at what Paribus says first before we go into the blog. And if you stayed into this video, please don't forget to drop us a like and turn notifications and also click subscribe, because I'm gonna help the channel very well. And this is gonna be a very exciting video, so I want you all to stay tuned to every single thing. Now further ado, let's go into it. Now it says here, it's clearer than ever that centralized entity pose the largest risks to blockchain future. Now more education will be done before the masses know the true value of DeFi and learning why not all cryptocurrency are the same. Now this is a very important thing, and if you look at here, it's written here decentralized, or the central problem, which is, I think this has more to say about what's been going on lately in the crypto market and every single thing, which I'm gonna run through it without wasting more of your time. Let's run through it and see what it actually talks about. Now the central problem is on the 18th, if you can see on the 18th. Now let's run through it. It's gonna be a 5-minute read, so I hope you pay attention because it's gonna be a very important aspect of this video. Now let's run through it. Now the black swan event of Luna and FTX, all of us know who are crypto enthusiasts, we all know what happened to FTX and every single thing that went on. Now it says that have so far characterized crypto in 2022 left many in the space wondering how we got here. Very interesting. Now what began as a quiet revolution focused on decentralized and financing sovereignty has been corrupted by greedy and the centralization of power and control. If crypto has any hope of a future, it can only be found in reaffirming the central tenets of decentralization and financial sovereignty. That is very key. Okay, it's very key. Now it's something that they need to focus on for the future. Right, it's something that we need to put in ourselves and try to understand what it is that we need to get from, and we need to push through. And I love what they said here, reaffirming the central tenets of decentralization and financial sovereignty. All right, so a lot of crypto companies and every single thing needs to come to this term. They need to understand, need to bring themselves into this for the crypto market to push further and further. And also let's look at the second line now. While the media claims this problem are the fault of a lack of regulation, it worth consideration that Luna and FTX were already subject to regulation. In fact, in early 2022, FTX has been meeting with regulators from both in the US and the UK, then even claimed to be the most regulated exchange in crypto. That's actually true. That's very true. Now it's incredible native to expect regulators to hold people in crypto to account and to oversee the development of the technology even within the space. Experts face a constant battle to keep up with the latest development as new capabilities and approach evolves. While many argue for or against the regulation, the latest event shows that overall we need to improve our skepticism and dependence on the world of influencers. All right, now we know in the world right now, influencers probably sometimes run the news of whatever goes on. And now if an influencer picks up a news and every single thing, it ends up pushing what is being said about a particular thing. It pushes a lot, and a lot of things needs to be said. And now if you look at here, we see that FTX, they said they lacked regulation, but they actually brought up a lot of regulators to help in the affairs of every single thing. Now they're meeting regulators from both USA and UK. Now that's something that we don't we are actually curious about. We have people who regulated, and they even became the most regulated exchange in crypto. Now that's a very important thing we need to look at. Now, how come that downfall came into play? Well, we will never know, but we should read more and check this out. As Dennis, as CEO, explained, as CEO of Paribus, it seems there were a number of people who knew and spoke against SBF and FTX before the catastrophe happened. While this may not have been widespread information for the majority of those who heard it, it felt on deaf ears actually. Now, it's easier to believe the multi-billion-dollar reputable company than a thread on Twitter or one-off video. Now, that's very important aspect of this and very well analyzed speculation, and it's actually true. Now, before XTS fell and every single thing blew up, it was already spelled out. And now, yes, influencers who didn't believe it, or like it was saying just to get their name up on every single thing, but it wasn't actually like that. Now, if you notice, this was said. Now, while influencers are one that always their words tend to grow a lot bigger, now the question was asked to FTX and asking them what happened. And definitely, if the company says this is not happening, it will have to believe it, because that means the influencer was actually wrong for whatever he was saying. But that was actually not the case. The influencers were right before it even happened. That means FTS were actually lying about what was going on lately, and that's a very bad thing to do when you're this. Now, Wilson, our COOD, most people don't want to risk their reputation by calling out big players in the space. The good thing that can be taken away from the horrible event is the crypto community as a whole, which be more diligent about centralized risks, which can help the whole industry become more robust in the future. That's very nice. That's very nice suggestion there, and a very important thing we need to keep on. All right, so I'm gonna link all these articles in the description below, and every single thing about Paribus, because Paribus is making a very nice wave here, letting us know the things that are going on lately in the market, and that is very important. So I want all of us to stay tuned to this. We're almost at the end, but let's keep on doing and listening. Now, the key characteristics of both Luna and FTX problem is a centralized point of failure. Too much control was in the hands of too few people who acted irresponsibly. It also characterized much of the ensuring categories within the space. For instance, Three Arrows Capital, Voyage Digital were both hit by Luna collapse because of their own unsafe practices. They had unsecured loans and in some cases had misled regulators to cover up their high risk behaviors, and that is dangerous when you try to do that in the crypto market. You know, we don't have a lot of regulating things in the crypto market. Like what I'm trying to say is, when you make transaction everything, it's hard to know where these things are going to, and they end up backing themselves with the regulators and trying to like save themselves from all the risky things they try to do, which wasn't nice at all. Now, although these events are relatively new to the crypto space, they have a long history within traditional financing. The lure of quick, easy money can often tempt people into bad decisions and blind them to the potential risks. It's why we believe that regulators need to take into account whether or not a protocol or a platform is centralized or decentralized. That is very key in the crypto space, and what they need to know. You need to know which platform is centralized and decentralized. I'm actually a decentralized person, a DeFi person, so yes, there are also CeFi network good ones out there, but FTX was actually pushing to the centralized side of the financing. Now we'll continue. As David explained, I believe that going forward, for the short to mid-term, cryptocurrency will run in parallel, but with different regulations to the traditional fiat system. Lawmakers are still trying to understand the fundamentals of blockchain technology. The current centralized framework in which government operates inherently has difficulties with making smart regulations that fit within a centralized environment, and that's very true. Government have also a part to play in a lot of things that have been going on lately in the cryptocurrency market, which is needs them to understand a lot, because I think a lot of them don't actually understand what this crypto or decentralized environments actually do and what it brings and every single thing. So it airs for awareness for them to get to know this. Now, Wilson Concor, I think the government around the world needs to treat centralized crypto entity differently than centralized protocols. This differentiation will require an understanding about crypto, very important. It's not all one thing or idea. This is exactly where responsibilities and forward-thinking companies can educate lawmakers and general public to make more informed decisions around the cryptocurrency space, and that is very all what we need right now. More information needs to be put out there for both the government and for people to get to understand that crypto is not all one thing or idea. That is a very key thing, and I loved what Wilson said about this. Now, before further ado, education should be a crucial part of every project development strategy. Definitely. Now, blockchain technology has the power to change people's lives dramatically. Sometimes as simple as allowing people in countries with hyperinflation, such as Turkey, to stabilize their resources by moving them into US-backed stable coin. At other times, it helps people to avoid predators lending and afford loans by buy their first properties. Now, we're almost at the end of this, so stay tuned to the end. Now, if as an industry we don't push back against those who are selfishly trying to take advantage of others, we rightly lose control of the space of regulations and commercial bank. The main way to protect the future of crypto appears to be decentralization. That's definitely the thing. There's a very good reason this was one of the Satoshi central tenants, and FTX, Luna, and 3AC, and others who keep proving the importance of it. As Simon, as CTO, explained, essentially centralized services go against the core value of Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency. While they can be useful and convenient, I believe that recent events have proven against the trusting centralized platform with your hard-earned money as be a recipe for disaster. Paribus has a platform designed and built in the most centralized or decentralized way possible, and it's working towards becoming a full DAO. Wow, that is amazing. All right, now they've aligned a lot of things that have happened so far, and they have told us what Paribus is actually pushing on to. Now, Paribus is a full decentralized financing system, and they are pushing to be their own DAO. That is super amazing. Now, this process will take place, and key structures will need to be in place before this can happen. But over time, we will be able to achieve our full decentralized goal. That's one of the goals of Paribus here, and it's something that we also need to look forward to. Now, nothing is perfect, and an ADO also makes mistakes, which is why we strongly favor safe and steady progress. Some may race ahead by cutting corners, but the long-term success of project and the space as a whole depends on the caution optimism. That's very nice. The success of this approach depends on the trust and support of the community, which is why we place such a great emphasis on education and communication, and that's what Paribus have been doing so far. Paribus have been posting good blogs lately, letting people know what they need to know about this. Times like this are hard, and our heart goes out to everyone who was affected by other people's recklessness. Now, we appreciate that we don't move as far as some would like, but for us it's impossible to gamble the future of Paribus and other people's money for short-term gains. That is very nice, right? That's one thing you need to put in place whenever you're looking at Paribus. We don't rush, okay? We take our time to achieve the things we need to achieve. Now we have, and we will also take a responsibility and steady approach to each stage of our development. Very, very key. We firmly believe this is in the best interest of both the protocol and the community, and we thank everyone for their continued loyalty and support. And that is very, very, very nice here, coming from Paribus. And they have let us see the things that have happened lately in the crypto market and the crypto community itself on the whole. And it's not something we need to joke about. I know a lot of people lost their finances and every single thing, and my heart goes to them because it's not easy. Most people, they're all life savings that are in there, and they have lost a lot of things, and it's very devastating. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned a lot about this video. And if you loved the video so far, please give it a thumbs up, turn notifications on, and most especially subscribe to the channel because it helps the channel grow and every single thing. So I'm gonna link everything about Paribus in the description below, and so you can check out more and more information about this. And that's it for me today. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.